Yo, what's up, guys? Laceration. Just want to make a quick video on the Z nerfs that are upcoming and why they are a mistake. So, made a list here. Riot wants to nerf Z by nerfing W max. So, the change is a 20 to 14 second to 20 to 17 second change. That is a 3-second nerf to Z's max rank W. So that means that caster Z. So for context, I have been testing on PvE. In practice tool, I've tested all kinds of builds. Caster Z, the mage Z they're trying to nerf, is largely unaffected by this change because of how much CDR the items give him. Whereas Assassin Z is hard gutted. I'm not using that term lightly. It is gutted because it can't build as much CDR. That means the nerf is having the opposite effect of what it's intended to do. It's nerfing the wrong build. They're trying to nerf the mage build. They're trying to nerf mage Z, the playstyle in general, but they're actually nerfing Assassin Z harder. Assassin Z relies on reset combos in order to survive. It's like essential for Assassin Z to get a reset combo after going in because he's squishy, right? Assassin Z isn't building defensive items. He's building mostly, like, his only defensive item is Edge of Night. That's it. If you consider Cleaver a defensive item, that too. That's it. Like, Assassin Z is very, very squishy. Yeah. So it needs that WCD reset to get in the late game to stay a champion. And Zed is a late game champion. He is balanced as a late game champion. His numbers are late game. His combos are late game. His early game is really shit. His mid game is average. You can look at his win rate. It's, per game time, it's always been below 50% early, near 60% late. That's how it is. Anyway, I don't really want to argue that because some crazy people say Zed's an early game champ, and I laugh at that. Yeah, so I'll show you the CDR breakpoints. So let's hop into game here. So if you So I was looking at the Assassin build. I was going to show that after, but so CDR breakpoints. So Assassin Z, assuming level 13 W max, right? The CDR is going to be the same on the cooldown. You could do Sojin third, 7.5 second W cooldown. So he doesn't care about the nerf, and by 4 items, he really doesn't care about the W nerf. 6.7 seconds. Even one step further, Cleaver is probably better with this build. Yeah, 6.3. Look how much haste you can build on Zed with 3 to 4 items. It negates the nerf super early. Like, this is like mid game, and he's negating the nerf. So that means Mage Zed can still max W second and will still have a lot of, like, basically just backline potential of, like, just spamming spells. So not doing what they want. This build the nerf is not having an effect on this build. It only affects this build in very small amount of cases, honestly. And then late game, obviously this build is so much haste. Like, look, I'm already well under 6 seconds. I don't have to worry. I don't have to even worry about it. Even if I sell my boots, I'm still 6 seconds. You know? Look at that. Perfect reset combo. Perfect reset combo. Yeah, let's look at the Assassin build on the other hand. Eclipse, Umbral, Grudge with CR boots is the core early game. It's like early mid game. Then so your W is a assuming E max because you're going to max E for wave clear and burst. 11-second cooldown W, which is, I mean, fine. Let's go to level 16. You're gonna have like 4 items by then. You're gonna have this. 10 seconds. Like, assuming 3 points W, 10-second W cooldown. That's just so long. It's so long, and it doesn't get better because even if you get to late game, Like, in the late game, 8.72. That's just too long. Like, here's the reset combo. I'm waiting 3 seconds before I can get out. 3 seconds. What does that mean? So what does this mean, right? If Assassin Z can't W in and uses W to get out, that means that Assassin Z is not viable. It doesn't work on high elo. We saw this when they nerfed his E cooldown. I called it. When they nerfed his E cooldown by 1 second and they killed the exact same problem. They killed the reset combo last year and everybody built Mage Z again. And now they're doing it again. They're nerfing the W late game cooldown, so they're nerfing the reset combo. It hits Assassin Z harder. It is a straight nerf to Assassin Z and doesn't affect Mage Z. So what Riot really should do is nerf the root cause of why is Z able to max W second. That would be Hydra. Hydra makes his E do more damage if you're next to somebody. So Zed's E doesn't really have base damage. It really relies on the ratio. And because E hits everything around you, you're probably getting 1 to 2 Hydra hits with your E pretty consistently on people. So that you don't have to max your E. You're getting the same damage, if not more damage than the Assassin build E, without having to put points into it. That means you can put points into your W and you get more energy and mobility compared to Assassin Z. So nerf Hydra is what I'm saying. It has 0 interaction for both sides. So when you rush Hydra, if you don't lose the game before you have Hydra, you've won the game with Hydra Z, because now you have guaranteed free scaling on a scaling champion. That's what makes Zed so strong with Hydra. What Riot should do, take the cleave effect, make it really, really shit early game, 10% early game if you rush it. Make it go from 9 to 18, 10% to 40%. So nerf it as a rush item. If you do this, nerf, assuming you fully stacked your cleaver as a first item rush, your cleave would only hit for 10 damage, meaning the wave clear and sustain is gutted as a rush item. This is what Riot should do if they're balancing, if they want to fix this whole issue is fixed by doing this. If nerfing the items off the table, because I mean, if you're, I don't know, for whatever reason, if you don't want to nerf the Hydra, then I would suggest compensating the nerf to his W with a buff to his reset combos, to keep Assassin Z viable. So assuming the 3-second nerf is staying, there are 2 ways you can leave the Assassin build untouched. The first way would be to make his E reset scale per rank going from 2 seconds to 3.2 seconds, requiring him to get the E rank ups for the reset, while also giving the Assassin build a slight buff overall, but it is overall weaker, so I think that's fine. Second way, because maybe you're scared about the late game reset. Thing is, late game reset on the caster build doesn't matter, because whether you have 2 seconds or 3 seconds, as you saw, the caster Z build gets the reset on one champion anyway, because it just builds so much CDR. So this does not affect that build. Second way would be giving his W giving him a passive, could be on his W, whatever, that says that his W spell gains extra ability haste based on how much lethality he builds. So that would fix the problem entirely for Assassin Z, while not affecting Mage Z too much, because Mage Z goes Hydra, then Mythic, which is 18 from Mythic, and then the only other lethality item it builds is Edge of Night, which is a fourth / fifth item. Usually it's a 5th item. Usually you're going Hydra, Dustblade, Grudge or Cleaver into Grudge or Cleaver. Those are your 4 core components. Edge of Night, you really don't want to build it till later, but those are the only lethality items that builds. So the passive would pretty much not affect that build until, well, like at all really, because it builds so much CDR as well that the tiny amount it would get from the items, the 2 lethality items it builds, is negligible. But I like this one the most. This is definitely the way they should go. Like buff the reset so that you're not gutting the assassin build, or this one. Like this is the actual problem. Sorry, this is what they should do. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Peace, peace.